Hello, welcome to. For a second, I was like, is it not going? But it is. The thing that was on zero is recording. Because I'm not recording, I'm streaming. Hello, welcome to more Stardew Valley cooking. Let me pull up my list of rules. Number one, I'm cooking all of the foods, all of the recipes that you can make in Stardew Valley. Rule one, gotta use all the ingredients that are listed in the game. Rule two, I can add any other ingredients as long as they are not available in Stardew Valley. Three, as much as possible, create the recipes myself. We're a little bit loosey-goosey with that on this one for a couple of them. I'll explain later. As much as possible, use sort of fancy ingredients. Um, I guess, um, taro root is like kind of fancy in that I don't normally get it. Uh, as much as possible, take inspiration from the in-game images and descriptions. As much as possible, try to make them actually tasty, even if they're not necessarily pitched as it. And of course, have fun. Um, this one is there's a bunch of random ones that I was either meaning to get around to this past week or had been meaning to get around to for a while and haven't yet. So I'm just gonna do them all together in one. Why not? So I'm gonna do roasted hazelnuts, uh, artichoke dip, and poi. Roasted hazelnuts. I mean, I did like look up to see um if there was like like a temperature that you should be doing it at, and it said that you can do it on like this a skillet. Um, so I think I'm probably gonna do that, although I don't really feel like shelling my hazelnuts before I um roast them, so I feel like maybe it would be better actually to do those in the oven. Um, I got yeah, I think I'll do that. That'll be probably good. All right. I found a I found an Oregon State Extension um thing about that I'm looking at right now to remember because it's kind of been a while since I looked at it. Uh, to see like how to do it. Um, oh no, it does say actually what temperature to do, and the temperature is 300. Um, yeah, I guess I'll use my big oven and not my little air fryer oven just because that way I have my counter space to prep the other things while that happens. Okay, I need to get milk out. What was the other thing that I wanted to grab? I don't know. Okay. So that's roasted hazelnuts. That's going to preheat and we'll do that, but that's pretty easy. And that, of course, is roasted hazelnuts. The roasting process creates a rich forest flavor. The ingredients are hazelnuts, so that'll be easy. I'll probably put a little bit of butter with them. No, I'll just roast them and then I'll like add seasoning after. Um, the next one, I'll 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 explain poi next, just because that one also I think is gonna maybe kind of be a thing that's happening in the background. I think artichoke dip might be the one that I'm like actively working on mostly. Um, poi, a traditional food with a delicate sweet flavor when eaten fresh. The ingredients are taro root. Um, And now I have not made poi before. I have not had poi before. Um, the taro root is not a vegetable I've never had before for my little side New Year's resolution, but I do actually have a vegetable that I haven't tried before that I might, if I have some downtime during this, I might make something with that, which is a chayote squash. I don't know if that's how that's pronounced, but whatever. Um, so I did look up a recipe for poi also. I guess the hazelnuts is like that's kind of within the like, yeah, you can look up like temperatures and techniques and stuff. Um, Poi I am gonna like actually use a recipe for, although I'm gonna make less of it because I only got two little taro roots because I didn't want to like be stuck with a bazillion of them. Um, but basically, yeah, it does only call for taro and water anyway, so not hard. And then the artichoke dip, it's cool and refreshing. The ingredients are artichoke and milk. And that one is one I've been thinking about, trying to figure out like how do I want to um how am I gonna like make it a dip when I can't use flour to thicken it and I can't use cheese. So I think I'm gonna do cornstarch to thicken it. Um, and that way it'll be I've established in these that cornstarch does not count as corn for the purposes of whether it's an ingredient that's allowed. Um, Cornmeal, I think, does count as corn. Cornstarch does not. And I think cornmeal counts because I'm gonna need it to. I think that's close enough to masa that I'm gonna need it to when I do tortilla eventually. Okay. I'm gonna prep the hazelnut. I'm like, I'm not the hugest hazelnut fan historically. Largely in that, like, I don't really like a Nutella, I don't like a chocolate hazelnut. Um, so I'm gonna like not make a ton of these in case I also don't like them. Hmm, Oregon State Extension does say to put oil, so I'll throw a little bit of butter on there. I think I've got enough in think of butter. Sure do. I'm gonna do some little like I'm gonna kind of cube this. This layer a little. And I'll throw some, salts on there too. I'm distracted trying to clean the pan that's in my sink that has some bits stuck to it. I'm running low on salt. Get more out of it. Okay. There's that. Once the oven's preheated, that can go in the oven to sort of do its thing. Oh, I need salt for something. Okay. Boy, let's get this prepping because I think it kind of has to go for a little while. Doesn't indicate how long it's going to have to boil for, but basically, step one, boil taro. I would say that's probably kind of scrubbed enough, and then just cover these bad boys in water and to boil them until soft. So I don't really know how long that's gonna be. Okay, cool. Hazelnuts, get in here. So that's going. Great. Let's figure out how we're gonna make this artichoke dip. I'm gonna say that probably a good first step would be to drain these artichokes. Probably chop them up. They are whole artichoke hearts that I've got here. I did like look at some recipes when I was figuring out like how I wanted to do this, and they were all like use cheese, and I was like, that sounds delicious. I think probably all the artichoke dips I've had before have had that, but unfortunately, I'm not allowed to use cheese for this particular purpose. I've got a couple. I got some pita chips, and I got some like Fritos, basically. It's not Fritos brand though; it's the store brand. Um, and hopefully they are good because I have tried store brand Fritos before that were simply not very good. But this is a different one. These ones are from Trader Joe's. Um, so I guess we'll see if those are any good. But use that for my artichokes once they are dipped. I'm kind of thinking like, so I have like two kind of involved dinners planned to cook this week. That I'm gonna do today and tomorrow because I have more time to cook dinner on weekends when I can like get started before 5. Um, and trying to decide like what order I want to do them in. Also partly like, well, okay. One of them is that I'm gonna make empanadas, and I'm actually gonna make those and freeze them and eat them later. Um, and then the other one is that I'm gonna do. I actually don't think it's gonna be that time consuming, but it's a recipe I haven't made before. It's one of my New Year's resolution to cook a a dish starting with each letter of the alphabet in order. Um, and it is a dish whose name I forget, but it starts with egg. It's got egg in it. Okay, these are chopped up. I think the move for this is gonna be to basically make an attempt at making a roux without having flour and using cornstarch instead. So I'm going to melt some butter, and we'll see where that takes us. Find my cornstarch. That's my taro water is almost boiling. Do I need to cover it? Nope. Just bring it to a simmer. Um, Sometimes I complain about like recipes that hold your hands too much and kind of act like, oh, surely you have never cooked anything before. Um, but sometimes it would be nice if something indicated, for example, how long you should be expecting it to take to boil your taro until it's soft. But like, you know, I don't want to be too hypocritical and be like, oh, I can't believe they would do this. Oh, you know what? I can totally put nutritional yeast in this so that it like tastes a little bit cheesy. Um, yeah, this poi recipe has no indication of how long that'll take. I think for stuff like that, it's kind of just like I don't know how long I should wait before I start checking it, but I don't know. It's a starchy root. Usually when they're not that big. Probably check after 10 minutes, and maybe it'll need more time. I made mashed rutabaga like I think last week. That was pretty good. Okay. We got our butter melted. I'm gonna add some salt and pepper. Even though I don't know that this is necessarily the stage of the process that makes the most sense to do that, but I don't really want to forget it. We'll do that. Get that in there. I'm also like not totally sure what I kind of want the flavor profile of this artichoke dip to be, like what other kinds of seasonings I want to add. So I'll add other stuff later once I decide on that. And I'm low on cornstarch. Okay, that's actually probably plenty for now. Well, I don't know, because I do want to add milk. More starch for you. Soy water just about boiling. Oh, I think I started to say this and then did not finish saying it. The one kind of downside to the fact that I'm making like not that much of this poi, um, milk or the artichoke dip, um, is that it's like, oh, you can like kind of leave it on the counter for a couple days, um, to let it ferment slightly. Um, and that sounds kind of good, but I don't know if I will have enough to really do that. Okay. We've got sort of a slop, which is what I was hoping for. I kind of want this to just be basically like a gravy sort of thing. Um, I do think I'm going to add some more milk. I think I want it to be a little bit more liquid than it is. We'll, we'll just work this in. Um, you know what? I bet adding a little bit of mustard in here would be good. This artichoke dip is kind of a traditionally eaten cold thing, huh? I guess I'll let it kind of cool until while I finish making the other stuff that I'm making and then try everything at the end, I think. Okay. I'm gonna throw a little bit of mustard in this bad boy. Little bit of Dijon. And then I'm gonna throw some nutritional yeast in and probably a little more milk, honestly, because nutritional yeast also does kind of help. Um, I don't think congeal is quite the word that I'm looking for, but it's got texture effects. Let's do a little bit of cayenne in this bad boy too. May as well. That seems like a good, little bit spicy, a little bit of acid from the Dijon, creamy artichoke. That probably would be pretty tasty. I definitely need more milk here. Once this is sort of at a texture that feels correct, I need you to actually be simmering here, buddy. Um, Once the artichoke dip is at kind of a texture that feels correct, I'll throw the artichoke in there and mix it up and adjust. I'm also gonna honestly kind of just tastes like nutritional yeast. Okay, a little bit more milk. I'm hoping should be about right. You know what? I have some dill that I got last week, and I truly do not remember what I was planning on putting it in because It's not like I like didn't cook the stuff I planned to, but I never used the dill. I bet throwing some dill in this will be good. I'll do that. I'll chop that up after I put the artichoke in so that I have my cutting board free. Let's throw this artichoke in here. Get that mixed up. Let me get out this dill. Sorry. Dropping bits of artichoke all over the place. Pop up some dill. Honestly, I might kind of just like kind of pull it. I don't know if I really even need to chop it. Dill is a pretty easily used seasoning. I think it needs some more salt. A little bit more pepper while we're at it. Honestly, overall, pretty tasty. I think I'm gonna grab a Tupperware sort of situation to put this in so that I can put it in the fridge later. I can find the one I was looking for, which I can find. It's awesome. All right, artichoke dip. My hope is that this is gonna like actually be good when it's chilled. Um, like I'm sure it'll be fine, but you never know. Okay, artichoke dip done for now. Milk go away. Dill go away. Ooh, you know what I haven't even considered in this cooking challenge overall is that I wonder where I stand on yogurt as an ingredient. I feel like it's probably allowed. You can't make yogurt in Stardew. Um, Like, cool stone fits me in that closed thing. Um, I'm not totally sure if there's a lot that would really benefit from it. Like a lot of recipes that would be like a useful tool to have. But if it ever comes up, I think it would be allowed. I think that feels right to me. Okay, these seem pretty soft. That knife went in real easy. How about this one? This one's a little bit more round. Can be pierced easily with. Let's see if that's the case. I feel it. One gives it a little bit of struggle. I'll go to like a couple more minutes. Um, email from a place that I applied for some jobs at like 2 years ago. Oh, this is so sad. One of my friends is running a tabletop session that sounds super fun, and it's on a day where I can't. I'm not available. I'm gonna be hanging out with my mom in New York, and it's gonna be really fun, and I'm looking forward to it. But it does mean I can't go on this session. Let's see. Hold on. That's probably. I think that probably is that was not too difficult to stick a fork into those bad boys. Dump this out so that the water that's in it is hot, and we'll maybe get some of the bits and stuff from the edge. Okay. All right. Taro boiled. I'm gonna need to peel it and then basically just blend it. And I think it probably needs to cool off. What happens? See if this stuff. See if it's all right. Will you let me scrub the bits of burnt tortilla off of you, please? So that I can have my cake pan back. These cake pans are a little annoying in that, like, literally no matter what I do to like grease them or like put parchment paper on the sides or whatever, like I always manage to get stuff stuck to the sides of them. Not so much the bottom, which I guess is good, but I'm like, I don't want the sides of my tin to be all dirty. Let me just like watch my normal style. Okay, let me look at the instructions here. This toy. Oh, drain and rinse with cold water. I did not rinse with cold water. I'm gonna do that. I'm also gonna get water directly onto my phone. Sort of a fun pastime. All right. Oh, the skin's gonna come off so easy. That's kind of nice. All right. Yeah, just peel it off. Oh, I love that. I love when peeling stuff is easy. I feel that it is perhaps possible that these are not cooked all the way through as much as I would perhaps like, but I'm gonna go with it. It's fine. Do my best to peel as much of the meat out of these. It's steaming hot on the inside. Oh, geez. My laundry. Well, honestly, that might be fine. I'm gonna probably, after I take the hazelnuts out of the oven, I probably will do a quick BRB to go fold my laundry and also let stuff cool. I think everything kind of needs to cool. And I don't like to not fold my laundry right away because then it gets all wrinkly and it's annoying. Use this fork to, you know, my my world's tiniest amount of life. I did kind of expect before I actually like looked up a recipe for this. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be like super complicated and hard to make. Um, and I was pleased to find out that it's not. So if I'm like, wow, this is really good, I'll probably make it again. I am a fan of taro traditionally. Okay, cut into small pieces. Well, this one already is kind of in small pieces, so that's mission complete. Get the skin out of here. I will probably mute myself so that it's not horrible blender noises. Um, I think this is good. It's supposed to be sticky. It's sticky. Now I need a bowl. This is not a very large amount of this, so I'm gonna use not a very large bowl. I need to, what, rinse the bowl and then put the poi in it and then put a layer of cold water on it. I think actually I probably will like I'll do a little taste test for this for the stream, but I think I will probably try and do. I've sort of done this in a strange way, which is to say that I've pulled the fork through. Oh, good lord. Okay. Currently tastes like taro. Tastes like plain taro paste. Is indeed what it is. Okay. Hazelnuts roasted. Those actually look quite nice, and they smell good. Honestly, I think the butter was a good call because now it smells like brown butter, which is very tasty. Um, and I think sort of the like vibe of flavor that the description is going for. Okay. There's like Asian bakery kind of between where I live and where my parents live that sometimes I'll go um either on my way to visit them or on my way home. It has like a taro pastry that I really like. And this is basically like an unsweetened version of that. Also not purple, but I don't know if like they just they just like dye it purple with something, or if they just use a different type of taro that is already purple. Um, I actually also am not sure if this is that much less than the recipe that I am using calls for, because it does call for one or two taro roots. I kind of assumed that these are like smaller ones because I feel like I've seen big ones, but I did actually see taro at two different stores in the past week because when I went grocery shopping last week, the regular store that I was at had taro, and I was like, oh, I don't usually see that here. I'm gonna get some so that I can do poi. Um, and then on another day, I went over to the Asian grocery store because I needed something from there. I actually don't remember what. Oh, I needed rice flour. Um, for a recipe that did not actually turn out that good, to be honest. Um, but they also had taro, and it was, about the same size of taro roots. So maybe this is actually normal size. Um, I'm sure there are ones that get bigger, considering I've seen bigger ones before. But I don't know. Maybe it's like guava. I feel like the guava that I get around here is like small. Um, well, we got this paste into a bowl. We've washed most of the sticky goop off of this fork. I'm gonna kind of smooth it out because it seems like the vibe seems to be that you want it to be like in the bottom of the bowl and then you put water over top of it. I say with a lot of fake confidence. Okay. Do I have like a small kitchen towel in here somewhere? Perfect. Okay. Thin layer of cold water. There we go, question mark? Flattening out the paste under water, and then cover it with a towel. There you have it. There's poi, according to this recipe that I'm using. Okay. Well, I'm to see how hot they're. They're still kind of hot, but it's okay. All right. I thought this was gonna take like 3 hours to do all of these, and it did not. So, just seeing if there's any other things I needed to do, but I don't think there is. Okay, I guess I'm gonna get taste testing. Oh, right. I'm gonna go put my laundry away. Um, and let things cool off more while that happens. But that'll only take like 5 minutes. Okay, cool. Hungry, folded, plural. Okay, let's figure out what needs to happen here. First, I'm gonna clear off my counter a little bit. Stuff that needs to get washed in the sink. I'm gonna rinse this off, I think, also. Mhm. Now crack some hazelnuts here. Maybe. Yep, there we go. I don't think this is necessarily the most effective way to do this, but oh well. Yeah, I'm definitely getting hazelnut shells all over the place. Hopefully not scaring my cat too much. She has come in here. Get a nutcracker. Maybe you can steal one from my parents. I feel like they have a bunch of them, but maybe they only have one. Oh my God, something's a shell in there. Next time I do hazel, I did like actually go out of my way to get shelled ones when I got them because I was like, that's more in line with the Stardew Valley thing. Next time I do something with hazelnuts, I'm gonna get them already shelled. Okay. I'll try these first. Roasted hazelnuts, my little pittance of them. Yeah, yeah. I don't actually know if her meow's caught on the if my mic picked it up, but she's talkative today. This is a nut. I'm eating some nuts. Like not very remarkable. They're fine. I do like nuts. I like hazelnuts better on their own or like in a mix of nuts than I do like blended up into something. Roasted hazelnuts. It's fine. Alright. Next up, artichoke dip. Let's see. Tastes like artichoke dip. Pretty good. I feel like it's not as strongly dill flavored as I would have expected from putting what felt like kind of a lot of dill in there. But it was sort of planned to be my lunch. I'll probably also, have some strawberries or something. I don't know. But pretty good. And it is nice warm. Maybe you do eat artichoke dip warm. I don't know. Okay. Finally, poi. It does have water on top of it, so I'm not going to tilt it that far. Oh, hang on. I can do this. That's how I can do that. All right. Let's try a little bit of this properly, even though I a little bit already taste tested it. Honestly, it's a little bit bland. I'm gonna leave this and let it ferment. Um, if I think to, I'll do a little follow up taste test after it's fermented in a couple days. But it's entirely possible I'll forget to do that if I'm being so honest. Um, but it's not bad. I like taro. It just kind of tastes fruity. But like it's just straight up taro and water. So it's not like I expected it to be wildly different than that. Where can I put this where it will not be in the way, but I won't forget about it. I'm gonna go with on top of the fridge. I'm gonna be I'm gonna believe in myself that I'm gonna remember about that. And to make sure that it happens, I'm gonna set a reminder on my phone to check in. Let's see. I think I already closed it. 2 to 4 days. All right. A reminder. If I remember to do a little update on how it is after that. The recipe said it will be a little bit sour. I'm assuming kind of in the vein of my like kombucha or something. Uh, normal fermentation type stuff. Okay. I think that is it for this. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I need to do here. So that's it.